Howdy, y'all. Country Fried Gamer 150 here, and welcome to a car mechanic or my garage and car mechanic simulator comparison stream. Um, Before I start getting haters in the comments saying that like these games are completely different and my garage is more open world and all that stuff. It's like I totally understand. I totally get it. I totally agree. Like my garage is more open world. there's a lot of there's a lot of aspects between these two games that I don't fully know or understand. I haven't been playing either of them for all that long, really. It's just I am just simply addressing some of the more basic functionality between these two games, not the full in-depth review of both of these games because I don't know all the in-depth details of this game. Um, but anyway, without further ado, we will get into this. A point that I wanted to address as far as like the reason that I say the Car Mechanic Simulator is better is because of just the diagnosis process. Like, I don't feel like, unless I don't know the controls in order to actually diagnose the parts, which I don't, but it's not really in the key bindings that I can see, so I'm not exactly sure, like, the full in-depth diagnosis in my garage. But whereas my car mechanic simulator, uh, you take a part off of the vehicle and it gives you the condition percentage. My garage doesn't seem to do that, and so I'm just simply critiquing that part of it. That I think that the diagnosis process or being able to figure out what's wrong with the vehicle should be a little bit more fluid, I guess I would say. So, but I'll probably still get hate in the comments. That's all right. This is just based on my limited knowledge of these games. Okay, so don't hate me too much. I know I'll certainly get criticized, I'm sure. But anyway, without further ado, let's get started with my garage. Also, too, it seems like there was like audio, which is weird. I don't think there's any audio issues. Um, Hoses near radiator look bad. Okay, I mean, at least that is specific. Oh, it just lagged a little bit. Oh, I need to wrench. It's nice when they make it obvious, like when they actually tell you, like, yes, this is a specific part that needs to be replaced. But they don't always tell you that. Like, sometimes you're left trying to figure it out yourself, and that can be kind of annoying because I don't always know what the issue is. Okay, lower hose. Oh, geez, there's multiple lower hoses. Where's the upper hose? Okay, is there no such thing as an upper hose? Uh, it just froze. Also, I think the performance suffers too. Um, where is the upper hose? Oh, there it is. I hope that's the right lower hose. See, I think I need to get some more coolant. Do have a little bit there. Also, too, pouring fluids in this game can be kind of cumbersome. Wait a minute. I forget how to pour. Rotate the mouse wheel to pour. Okay. Okay, it's not saying it's filling anymore. So that's the thing. I feel like you lose more fluid. That's also a thing. Also, to selling parts. Like, there's a little bit more fluid in Car Mechanic Simulator. But like I said, I know, there has to be some limitations of the game to have like this open world type atmosphere. Like, I understand this is a lot to load in, whereas Car Mechanic Simulator doesn't load all that much in. There are some aspects to I think I used all the fluid, didn't I? Yeah, I think so. Did that actually go in the trash bin? guess it did. All right, hold on. Let me get my stream pulled up on my phone so I can look at the chat. Just give me a second. But yeah, like I said, you know, I do realize that there's a lot more to my garage than there is Car Mechanic Simulator. But see, clunking noise coming from when driving. Like, I don't know how I would determine the clunking noise. Car Mechanic Simulator, things are rusty. And, you know, things show wear in this game. But I don't feel like it's as obvious to pinpoint. See if I can remember what's what here. I mean, this is more like my my summer car, I think. Oh, I was clicking the wrong thing, that's why. I mean, you don't actually... I mean, you do drive the cars in Car Mechanic Simulator, but not like you do in this one. So I might not be the best person to do this kind of comparison, but I'm just going on my own personal experience. That's all it really is. I mean, there's obviously a lot of features in Car Mechanic Simulator that probably could not be in this game, and I'm fully aware of that. But I think there are some features that could be, to make them more comparable, or well, to make it a little bit easier. Like I'd say there's probably more physics. There's more physics in this game. Like the physics are more, I guess in some ways they're more realistic. You have to get everything just right. Now they said that there's a clunking, right? Clunking noise coming from when driving. Let's see. Clunking. Oh, it's drive shaft. Okay. Now that's pretty obvious there. Where did my wrench go? Oh. Is it still not up high enough? Must not be. Now, I like both of these games. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, this is not to put any kind of hate on my garage. It's just, I'm just saying for me who, if you're new to the game, like, it can be a little bit overwhelming, I guess, with, not knowing exactly what might be wrong with the car. Because, I'm still kind of new to this game, so I haven't played it much. I've played, Car Mechanic Simulator more. But, I also think that the controls and everything they tell you more of, like, the controls in Car Mechanic Simulator. Alright, let's see. I gotta figure out what car this is. Which, it doesn't... That's the thing, too. It doesn't really tell you what drive shaft goes for what car. You can search for specific cars, but... some of them are kind of generic, I guess. Well, it's like with the... When you look at the part, well, that's specific to a Wolf, I guess. Now, when it's just a single part like that, it's not that bad. When you actually know what the part is, Like, it's fine when you actually know what the problem is, but when you don't know what the problem is, kind of feel like that I'm, like, guessing, and a lot of times I guess wrong, so it's like you end up buying parts and putting parts on a vehicle that it doesn't need, or that it's not part of the job. Not part of the job description. Some of these jobs, they might be... Some of these jobs might be easier than others. Oh, the ignition is on the opposite side. That's great. Oh, wrong button. Why is it not breaking? Okay, I think that's about right. I mean, yeah, physics are more important, I think, in this game. Kind of gotta go up slow, because if not, I can just like jump off the lift, and then you have to deal with fixing whatever you broke. But like getting to like a bolt, getting to the end of a bolt can be a little bit. You kind of have to guess where it's at. Um, why is that not? Why is that not coming off? There's something I'm missing here. I'm kind of confused. Oh, now that one's fine. Okay, I'm not exactly sure why I can't take that off. I have to let it down because I don't know what's going on here. I undid the bolt or the nuts, but okay. So what bolt did I undo that I wasn't supposed to undo? Oh, it was that one. Okay, it was on the control arm. See, that's the thing too. Like you know, you have to be careful where. You have to be careful where you do your wrench, because it can literally go right through the car and undo a bolt or a nut that you don't want it to undo. So wait, what was that? What kind of vehicle was that? NIV. that be the front one? Front tie rod. I think it's that one. Is that all we gotta do to this car? I guess so. Yeah, see, right now they're giving us easy jobs, but there are some hard ones. And I think, you know, one thing I will say that I like about my garage is you can do, like, there's a way of, like, welding. You can do uh, welds, like on body work and stuff, which is cool. I like that aspect. I mean, it's just like, you know, you have your welder here. And I like that aspect to it. Kind of adds another layer. Fuel line looks worn. Again, these kind of seem like easy jobs. And it's very, very obvious what you need to do. It looks like I might have to put that up on the lift. That took a lot longer than I thought it should. But I kind of feel like it comes at a price, though. That might be about right. No, I don't think I think I'm too far forward here. I mean, at least you can push the car if it's not, you know, if the car is too far forward or too far backward, you can easily move it. So, I mean, I like that. But basically what I mean is like, that extra layer of, like, being able to weld and paint vehicles and stuff like that. You know, it's nice to have that feature, but, like, there was a car that I worked on before, and it where they had you fix the rust. But it's like, you know, I tried fixing it, I tried painting it, but it wouldn't let me complete the job because it's like I didn't understand why that I couldn't continue. Like the car was painted and everything, but for some reason it wouldn't let me complete the job, even though it's like there's always some hidden rust that you don't see. And it's like you're just, you know, trying to search endlessly for that one little speck of rust. I might have to let it down to undo that bolt. See, I gotta make sure that I hit this bolt right on the head. Let me go ahead and let it down. Let's make sure we get right into it. Make sure we do not miss it. And that is a lad. I guess maybe I didn't have to put it on the lift. I thought there was another one underneath the car that I would have to do. I guess I could have done it where it's set. I thought there was another bolt in the rear. I guess I didn't have to put it on the lift. Like I said, these little jobs where you know exactly what to look for and know exactly what to do. It's nice, but there's jobs that are not so easy to know what to do. I'll go ahead and save it since I actually had some good ones. Clunking noise coming from when driving. It's probably going to be a similar one to the last one, where it's a drive shaft probably. Get my life together here. Also, I don't have my racing wheel installed, so I'm doing this all with the WSAD keys, which is not the most easy thing, because I'm used to the arrow keys. Okay, I'm not exactly sure what happened here. I probably ran into the ramp. Or not the ramp, the lift. Yeah, the game's gonna make it easy on me now, because it know I was struggling last time. It's gonna make it easy on me now. Maybe I should extend that one out a little bit. Because you gotta make sure that car is balanced, or else it'll go topsy-turvy on you. You don't want that. Yep, another drive shaft. I think this is a Wolf again. See, I can't even grab a hold of it. Just based on how that drive shaft looks, it definitely looks like a Wolf. But no, I'm not, I'm not considering myself any kind of professional gamer or anything like that. I'm just an average guy, just pointing out things that I struggle with in regards to this game. An average guy of average intelligence. Probably below average intelligence. But yeah, I just really struggle with like the painting jobs. I just don't even just don't even want to do it. Need to change head gasket. Again, like, it's great when they're specific like that, you know? Like, that makes it so much easier. Might do this one outside. Makes it so much easier when they say exactly what's wrong. Exactly what needs to be replaced. But when it's like a guessing game, it's... See, I can't even grab a hold of it. Come on, man. Come on. Because, like, the last thing you want to hear is something, a bolt come undone that you didn't want to undo. That's the last thing you want to hear. I have to remove this carburetor. It's like a fuel pressure thing. Maybe if I just remove the carburetor, maybe it'd be good. I mean, I could try to remove this, the camshaft, because I got to get down to the main part here. Let's see if we can do this. I took to the timing belt, so I think I need to undo the timing cover, which maybe this is not going to be. I thought C was crouch. Maybe it's not. I think it's control. Yeah, it's control. Okay, well, that manifold's going to have to come off. But how do I get that off, though? I don't see any other bolts on the timing cover. Is that coolant thing? I assume that's attached. Is there, like, no way of taking this timing cover off? Like, I guess maybe I didn't have to do that. See there, I just opened the door. See how things just, like, go through the car? When you're trying to undo a bolt, and you're clicking and it just goes through the car. I don't know, I guess maybe it'll just come right off. Oh, wait a minute. No, I think I probably have to undo these. Like I said, it seems like if you click in the wrong spot, it could be detrimental to what you're doing. Okay, so I guess that timing gear just comes right off. Alright. You don't have to remove the timing cover in order to take the belt off. Okay, there's our head gasket. And this is a Ladd. Be under engine, I think. I mean, it's not so bad when you're tightening. Because, I mean, it doesn't matter if you tighten a bolt you don't need to. Because every bolt needs to be tight. So there's none of that going on. It's only when loosening is it problematic. Come on. Also, you gotta make sure you don't miss one. Oh, I gotta remember it's the opposite control. Make sure I get them all here. Guess I didn't have to detach that. Or the radiator hose for that matter. Oh, I can't do that yet. I gotta put the water pump on first. Okay, now I guess we can do the hoses. You have to go get more antifreeze though, because that leaked it all out. by removing those. That is a really, really hidden bolt. Yeah, the jobs that I really hate in this game are the paint ones. Paint ones are the absolute worst. Because I've tried so many times to paint, and it just, I can never complete the job, even after I paint the car. It's like either I miss a spot, don't get one specific little tiny area painted or something, and then it's like, oh, you can't complete the job. Okay, everything is back on. So I think all we need to do is just fill it with coolant, and we'll be good to go. I need to get another jug, though. Got a traffic jam over there. What are the fuel prices? 87 cents. Imagine that. Imagine gas being 87 cents. I don't know what the deal is with the comma, though. You have a period here and a period here, but then you have a comma there. Like, what's up with that logic? But yeah, I'm just waiting for a hard one. Right now, it's kind of been giving me easy ones. It knows I'm comparing it to Car Mechanic Simulator, so it's going to give me the easy one, so there's no comparison. I guess I got to get some more coolant. I guess one was not enough. Is there actually... Hold on. Oh, there's not that much in there. I mean, there's not much more until it's full. I probably could get away with just letting it go, honestly. I feel like it's just giving me repeat jobs. Well, this is a Jesse, though. think. That might be right. Alright, quit turning on the wipers. Turn off the ignition. But yeah, I'm just waiting for it to give me a hard one. Like it did last stream. Just trying to play nice tonight. Is there only 2 bolts in that, or are there 3? Imagine there'd be 3. Trying to be friendly. Let's not being friendly on that one. Got those 2. Where's the freaking 3rd one, man? It's hiding from me here. Huh. Can't lower it too much because then I can't get my fat head in there. I just don't understand. There was clearly 3 bolts on the other one. But this one, I can't take it off. Looks like it's actually separated from it. Oh. Oh, it was like... Alright. It was literally inside of the part. That's why I couldn't even get to it. Alright, so that is... Did I not get any money for that? Okay, that's a Jason. Oh, I thought it was a Jesse, not a Jason. Oh, maybe there is a Jason. Let's see. Drive shaft. Lift it up here. So far, so good. I haven't had any problems. But if you want to see the problems I had, just watch last stream. Watch last week's stream. It's got to give me a hard one here eventually, because it always does. Quick save here. Again, radiator looks bad. I don't know. Maybe they did an update on. I mean, I know they did an update on this game, but I didn't think they did an update in regards to like the mechanic jobs. I don't know. Maybe people were complaining about it, like me. Surprisingly, though, that radiator looks fine. I don't understand where it looks bad. But that's what they say. It says the radiator looks bad. Well, I guess I'll take their word for it. Come on, I can't hit it. Another screw there. There we go. Oh, okay, there we go. I see it now. I see the purple streak there. It means it's leaking. Again, why am I not getting money for these? Are they going in the trash bin? Because I'm not hearing the cha-ching. So I don't know. Yeah, what the world? Is there like a certain part of the trash bin it's got to be? Huh. It does not want to give me money for this radiator. Finished the job to sell these parts. Okay. It almost let me do it, though. Okay, fine then. We'll finish the job. Oh, I didn't see what stupid car that was. NIV. I'll just let you guys be the judge. Since clearly I don't know what I'm talking about. Which that shouldn't be any surprise to anyone. Did I actually buy it? Again, I didn't hear the cha-ching, so... Yeah, I mean, when they tell you the specific part needs to be replaced, it's not bad. You know, I can deal with that. Banana. Banana and coffee, I guess. I guess every radiator in this game takes 1 gallon. Again, like I said, all these jobs are freaking easy. Oh, goodness. Alternator belt. What is that? That might be a Jesse. Yeah. Um, did I get the wrong belt? Definitely looks like one. Didn't I click Jesse? Yes. Claims to be the alternator belt. And that is a Jesse, so what is going on here? That is clearly not the correct one. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I didn't pull off the right one. Hold on. It says it's an alternator. Both these claim to be an alternator belt. Hmm. Okay. I don't think it's that one either. Well, then I'm confused. see. So the one that came off the car. Hmm. Guess maybe we'll have to look for the part. Alright, looks like this one. I don't know what this goes to, but it doesn't go to that car. Like I said, maybe they improved it. Seems to sit uneven. What the world happened there? Well, it's probably because the car sits so low. Let's see. What could be the problem? Shocks and struts don't look bad. am I missing here? What would make a car not sit right? I don't know, I'm a little bit puzzled on this one. I don't think there's any diagnostic info. See, you have these diagnostic results, but how do you go about diagnosing? Engine components, suspension components, brake components. But how do you do that, though? I mean, I said I was going to look back at the key binding, which I didn't do, but I mean, if we look back at the key bindings, right? You have your steering controls, handbrake, shift up and down, blinkers, horn, jump, crouch, lean, sprint, sit in car, freeze camera, car info, notes, backspace, sleep in car, map info, tab backpack, discard backpack, pickup backpack, headlamp, look, escape. But see, nothing on here like suggest like anything about. I mean, you got map, taxi to junkyard, taxi to customer, sign, get unstuck, export buildings, import buildings, discard money, new map, hide UI, tutorial video, or tutorial window, tips, blah blah blah, use pry tool, press shift to stand in car's position, press I near vehicle for details, completely ruined parts cannot be fixed, hammered, faired, welded, you cannot attach or bolt to ruined parts. It is not recommended to build a car with nothing as it is tricky to do. Building car from nothing, everything, remove everything from the car until it disappears. Start. It's not possible to build a car without disassembling one first. So skip time. Go to cache in garage and press enter to sleep. Yeah, nothing there really says like how to diagnose anything. So, not exactly sure how you do that. But I look at the springs. I don't actually see what's bad. Obviously, there's a reason that the car sits the way it does. The rear is lower than the front. It must be the springs. It has to be the springs. It absolutely has to be the springs. There's no other way to. There's nothing else it can be. Even though to me the springs don't actually look bad Although, I was going to say you can kind of see that they're broke, but not really. I mean, maybe the bottom part there looks broke. Maybe. Because it looks like there's like two springs, like they're separated. Okay. Alright, I don't know if I can take those springs out as they sit or if I have to take everything apart. Okay, yeah, I definitely broke, alright. And that is a lad. Spring R adjustable. Spring F, spring R. I'm gonna assume it's a spring R. I don't know what these lowered, lifted springs. I don't know what the spring R, spring F adjustable. I'm not exactly sure. I assume those are like special springs you can buy. But I'm gonna assume that it's spring F, or I mean spring R for rear. I really hope I'm not wrong here. Still saying that their parts are damaged. But what else is there left besides the springs? Unless the front springs might be bad. They don't look bad though. Oh. Yeah, they are broke, okay. Yeah, I mean, you just gotta look at it the right way. Oh, that one don't look bad, okay. So that one's fine. So we just need a spring F then. Alright, I guess it's getting close to 3 o'clock. I probably should go ahead and switch over to Car Mechanic Simulator. Well, unfortunately, in this stream, it didn't really give me too many hard jobs. The spring job was actually the most difficult to figure out. I mean, once I actually removed the springs, then I could definitely tell they were broke. But just being on the car, I couldn't really tell. And again, they didn't really tell me that it was the springs. So, let me just go ahead and save and quit. Let's see, let's make sure. Okay, 255, alright. So, okay. So, there will be the looking for game to capture screen come up. But just wait a moment and I will get Car Mechanic Simulator 2015 booted up. Just give me a moment. It is right there. I'll play this for about an hour or so. I don't know how long I actually played that other one. Okay. Place all filters, lack of engine power. Okay. See, it gives all these different controls and everything to move the vehicle to a different lift. You have an inventory, repair order. See, it tells you what the problem is. You don't even have to look. Like, you don't even really have to diagnose. It literally tells you. Now, as you go along, though, there are times in which, things have to be discovered, but, it's relatively easy to discover those things. Where is the fuel pump, by the way? Is it in the tank? Surely not. Well, actually, probably is. Let's just move it over to the lift here. Is there even a fuel tank in this thing? I don't think there is, actually. I don't think they have fuel. Well, yeah, I guess they do. I don't think I can repair that. No. Just have to buy a new one. Oh, wait, what is that again? Oops, that's not what I meant to click. I wanted that repair order. Royal Bianca. Would it be under engine? I don't know. Wait. It might be the same fuel pump for every vehicle. I bet you it is. Or at least close to every vehicle. See, these you have to have certain XP to do that. Replace all filters, repair all engine faults. We'll take the harder jobs, just to, I guess, give a better... Get more in-depth. Okay, just based on what I can see, we can clearly see that the radiator's bad. Looks like the starter's bad. You see, you can, I mean, obviously it looks bad, but you see you can just like, what is it? Right click? Oh no, I think I have to take this off. There was, oh, it's the examine mode, that's what it is. See, it's already red. Let's see. I don't know, can be examined by electronic meter. But, I mean, realistically, we don't need to do that, because, I mean, you can clearly see it's bad, so. But there are other levels of, like, diagnostics that you can do. No. No, I didn't want to sell it. Hold on. Okay, I can't repair anything. Okay, so we need a starter and a radiator. Are all radiators the same? I don't know, maybe they are. Okay, crankshaft bearing cap. So that's one thing we're going to have to take the underside of the engine apart in order to get to that. I had the thing. So that's the thing. If you don't have this thing in the, if you don't have the drain thingy in the right spot, then you'll have to clean up the mess. That's kind of hard to do in this game, honestly. To get it exactly lined up with the oil pan. I mean, in real life it'd be easy, but let's see if there's an examine mode. So you can actually see which one's bad. We can look at these other ones here. Give you a percentage of the condition of these. I mean, clearly you can see which one's bad. Yeah, I definitely see it's a lot more fluid. Let's see, crankshaft. But again, you know, this is not an open world game, so there's a lot less to load. But see, my whole thing was just like, just let me actually see what the condition of the part is, or give me more information so that I can better apply the correct parts. Oh, I hit the wrong button again. Alright, now we gotta fill it with oil. Yeah, so I'm just, like I said, I'm just picking the harder jobs, that way that kind of get a little bit better idea of like what makes it more intuitive, makes it more, you know, whatever. Obviously, you guys, if you're viewers of this channel, you've seen me play this, but front shock absorber cap, front steering knuckle, rear suspension arm, sway bar, front end link. Okay, that's all from the underside. And this is 2015 too. This isn't the new Car Mechanic Simulator. I think there's new ones out. There's also a bunch of DLCs too, where they like add certain cars and stuff, I think. Okay, what was the thing? Rear suspension arm and sway bar front end link. Okay, so it must be all on the, mostly on the front then. But yeah, every part you take off, it gives you a percentage of that part and its condition. And I really like that. I mean, there is like an examine mode. I'm gonna take this off. That's just me trying to take things off in the wrong order. Alright, we'll just leave that spring hanging up there in no man's land. thought I already did that. So if we go into like examine mode, obviously you can see it's bad. You can see it's 20% already. So it's like, well, we can go and we can examine like every part of this. And it'll give us a percentage of each part. Well, maybe not each one, but even the pushing. Oh, I guess not. Yeah, there's certain things you can examine. Some things it'll allow me to. But yeah, that's all I really wanted, you know. Okay, let's go back to disassemble mode. All right, back up, back up. Back up. Trying to get the camera angle right here. There we go. Alright, I think the cap was on that side over there. Yeah, it was over here. I think that was all that was actually bad on this. I don't think there's anything I can repair, though. I'm not gonna try to repair that, I guess. What's the minimum, though? See, there's a minimum repair for the job. That's not what I meant to do. Repair with parts exceeding minimum condition of 66%. Okay, so we're at 50 right now. And we destroyed it. That happens sometimes. Sometimes you're forced to just buy a new part. So we want the... Hold on. Sway bar front end link A. And front steering knuckle A. Did I miss it already? I think I need one of these too, right? That's the thing that got destroyed. Also, too, I think the camera angles are just better in this. How it makes the car transparent. Where there's like no collision with it if you run into it. I mean, that way you don't knock it off the lift. Okay, so we just got the cap on this side. Oh, oh, that's one thing I didn't buy. Shoot. Well, at least get the rear control arm put on. Alright, we'll get that cap. I don't know if there was a specific name for it, though. Guess it'd just be the front one. I don't really care about the filters. Filters are super easy. Try to take the harder ones. I know I keep saying that. Okay, it needs a steering rack. You can take on multiple jobs too. You can have multiple vehicles on multiple racks. You don't have to do it one at a time. If only taking a steering rack was that easy in real life. Just clicking on it and it disappears. I can't repair anything. I think as your experience and whatnot increases, I think you can repair more various parts. Because it saves you money. Instead of just buying brand new all the time. Now, I do think that there are a couple, like, outside things you can do in this game. I know there's, what is it? Okay, so there's an auction, test track, drag strip, car stripping, user mods. I don't know what user mods are. Yeah, they probably added things to this that I'm not aware of. But yeah, I mean, obviously you need a car for that. If you buy a car, you need to buy parking first to store your car collection. Yeah, I think you need to buy a car. I can't remember. There are certain things that you can do, but it's just the same menu. But yeah, I mean, it's not like open world. But there are other places, you know, there are other locations in the game besides just your garage. It's not like you're just stuck in your garage indefinitely. Air filter, fuel filter, oil filter. Well, we gotta do the oil filter on the rack, so let's just go and do 2 at a time here. Again, air filter, fuel filter, and oil filter. But again, like if we go into examine mode, obviously it's already says it's 2%, so. Oh, come on. Those clips are so small. Okay, so we got those. I think these are... No, they're not the same car. Oh, why did you do that? Did not mean to take the hood off. I was trying to open it. But they take the same one. Take the same air filter or fuel filter. So we can go ahead and get those parts ordered. 2 air filters. 2 fuel filters. You know, I'm probably going to get the parts mixed up, but I mean, probably doesn't matter. One was in better shape than the other. No, actually, why did I do that? Gotta do the oil. Try not to put it on the floor this time. I should go ahead and get the filter. I would assume the filter's the same on both these. Yeah, it's the i4. Yeah, I think they should be the same. Thought that was at the top. Obviously, I could just type it in. I'm sure there's a trick to this. I just haven't figured out what it is yet. I think you want to be like directly underneath of it. Okay, it must have went in there because I didn't get the charge. Of course, you know what? I wonder if I actually had to replace the oil. Even though, realistically, it makes sense. You always want to replace the oil if you're replacing the oil filter. But I wonder in this game, because, like, the oil didn't look bad. So, maybe I didn't actually have to replace it. Didn't actually check the condition of the oil. I should have looked at the dipstick, I guess. Yeah, it looks clean. Wrong one. But I guess this guy's gonna get new oil. Because in my mind, if I'm changing the filter, I'm changing the oil. But I guess by the game standards, that's not always the case. There I go hitting I again. Tapping sound from engine bay, general running gear, control and repair. So yeah, you can get multiple jobs going at once. Clutch pressure plate, okay. That we probably have to remove the starter. And the rest will be down below. Gotta get rid of drive shafts. don't think I can repair that though. Nope. That might actually be on engine. Or no, it'd be under gearbox. So I think that was the only thing I had to replace on this one. Oh, gotta put a starter in, man. Forgot that little detail. Alright, what's the problem with this one? Front drive axle C, small rubber bushing, steering rack, sway bar, front end link. Okay, that's all like suspension related stuff. Except for the drive axle. Of course, though, I removed the wrong side. Well, I gotta take the wheel off anyway to get the tie rod ends to get the steering rack. Oh. But yeah, I just think if my garage just added like that one little detail where you can like see what the percentages of the parts, I think that'd make it more better. That way you could just better diagnose the problems. Because like for instance with the springs, right? Like if you can't really tell, like at the angle that you're looking at the springs and you can't tell if it's broke, well, okay, fine, you won't be stubborn. Can be examined by carrying out a test drive. Oh, come on, you can't just look at it. I guess the rear springs are probably the same too, aren't they? Yeah, of course. They want you to do a test drive. Which is also something, you know, my garage you can't do. I mean, you could do a test drive, but you're kind of just figuring it out on your own. It's not like, you know, because like once you take the car out on a test drive and you come back, like it'll have all the parts highlighted and their percentages of what the condition is. Okay, so steering rack and drive axle. I thought there was something else. Oh, the sway bar link. I think we already got that. And the small rubber bushing, which is on the rear. Now, of course, some may not know where that is. It's right here. Which you probably could do that. You probably could do a rear one to determine that. Because it's not, it's not... this one is rather difficult because it is kind of hidden. You can kind of see in the crack here where it's rusty. But yeah, if you don't know where the bushings are, you could determine that by a test drive. I don't think I can repair anything. Hold on. No, I don't want... Don't even attempt that. Is it drive axle C? We had a steering rack. Let me just go ahead and double check our inventory here. Steering rack A. Okay. I must be overlooking it. How many times is he going to pass it? And then the little bushing. I could try that. Because basically taking it for a test drive pretty much just makes everything highlighted. Oh, I didn't buy a drive axle. Thought I had everything. What was it again? C, okay. I see B. Why don't I see C? Oh, there it is. Also, too, once you get enough, like, experience, I guess, you can have access to the tablet, which means you can order parts, and you don't have to keep walking back to the computer all the time. Alright, I think that covers everything now. This car here is a little bit, more complicated, I would say. This car is different than the other ones. Totally different parts. I don't even remember what the repair order is on this one. Oh, it's just an outer tie rod end and swipe bar, okay. But we can get that squared away. I'm gonna assume it's A, because I think it's the same car that we had before. I think it's on this side. Yeah. Super simple job. But you see how if I go into examine mode, like you can see the color of the parts that I took off, obviously, because they all have their percentages. But instead of go around just clicking at everything and, you know, figuring out what the condition is, you could take it out for a test drive, in which we might just do. even though technically the car is repaired, but just to give like a see everything that it reveals. I mean, it pretty much covers everything in relation to like the transmission and suspension and all that condition. Now, it's been a while since I've done this test track, so I don't know how to shift. Okay, so we got acceleration. Don't mind my driving. I'm still not exactly sure what I'm supposed to be. Suspension test. I think this is supposed to do the suspension or the steering. Yeah, that's suspension there, I think. So yeah, I'm not the best driver in the world, but you get the point. Okay, so now it shows all the percentages of every single part. Except for the engine, I think. But yeah, like the gearbox, everything. Now that we can lift it up, obviously this car's done. But now if we go into examine mode, now you see all the various parts that are now colored based on their percentages, and you can look at it and know exactly what percentage things are. Some of these things are not, but these, like, you can click on them obviously and you can see what the condition is. But yeah, you get the idea. This one, front shock absorber, rear wheel hub, rubber bushing, spring. Okay, I'm not exactly sure what's on the front, what's on the rear on some of those bushings. Okay, it looks like that spring there is bad. This car has a lot different parts than the other one. So you got this little tiny spring buffer you gotta take off. Especially too when a lot of the parts are already bad. It might be in the front. Because this thing has like little tiny bushings that are inside of this thing. A small rubber bushing. It just says rubber bushing, it doesn't say small. It does say front shock absorber though. But as far as what rubber bushing they're referring to, so this is the shock absorber that's bad. But this is the one car in this game that I hate. Because it's just so different than the rest. A lot of them are very similar in how they're laid out. This one is completely different. Okay, so I gotta figure out where these bushings are. I think there's a bushing inside of that, maybe? It's kind of hard to see. Just trying to pinpoint exactly. See with my little eye. Maybe it is on the rear. Let me look back there again. I don't think examine mode's going to tell me much. Tell me parts that I don't really care about. Oops. So there's a bushing here. That doesn't look bad. There's a bushing there. Doesn't look bad. Test path. Maybe I do need to take it for a test drive. Cause it's just not clear to me. Which one is actually bad? Trying to see without actually taking it on a test drive. See if I can spot the rust. I guess we can replace what we've already got here, which was the front shock absorber and the spring. Rear wheel hub. No, it doesn't appear to be that one. I guess I have to take the actual wheel off to determine that. Or the drum, I mean. Wait a minute. Yeah, this would be the rear wheel hub. Wait a minute. Should have been clear on this side. That's the, oh, that's the hub. Oh, wait a minute, that's the cap. Oh, I can see the rust in there. Alright, what do I have to take off here? I guess I didn't have to take that other thing off. Again, I don't see anything terribly wrong with that. There's a lot of bushings on this car. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that one. So I don't know, we might have to take it for a drive. So we got front shock absorber, rear wheel hub, and spring. And shock absorber. Is it a rear one? Maybe. No, it was a front one. Good thing I checked. See, those you have to go to a specific website in order to buy the parts for it. Can't just get the parts from anywhere. There's a specific one for it. That's why I don't like this car very much. The thing is, though, the one thing I wonder, because it's just going to tell me a bushing's bad. It's not. I don't think it's really going to tell me which one is bad. Like, it's not going to say front or whatever. Of course it might, I don't know. Okay, so that's all we got left then is these 2 bushings. Alright. Let's take her for a shake here. Oh, I guess it's automatic. I don't know, they're weird cars, man. Okay, and nowhere does it tell me. That helped me in no way, shape, or form. I don't see anywhere on here that says a bushing. No bushing at all. That did nothing. That did nothing. Now we gotta figure out where... Oh, jeez. I thought that would have helped me figure out the freaking bushings, man. We have to take every single one out. Have to take every single one out to inspect it. I don't know if there's a... I don't know if there's another bushing inside there or not. There might be. Like inside this area here. So many stinking bushings on this car. I know it's not the little ones. I just don't know about this one. Guess maybe I gotta take the wheel off first. I thought it was gonna tell me about the bushings. What a waste of time. Oh yeah, there is a bushing in there. That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, you have to... Okay, that was a bad one. But like you have to take the car completely apart. This is the reason why I hate this stupid car. Because you have to, because there's so many little bushings in it that you can't just like the other cars you can look at them, you can like see the you can kind of see the bushings and you can kind of tell if they're bad or not. But this one you have to take so many pieces off in order just to see the stupid thing. I'm going to assume that this one's also bad, but I could be wrong. There could be another bushing hidden somewhere. I'm hoping it's this one. I don't want to spend another hour on this. I hate this car. And the test drive didn't do nothing. Please be this one. Looks like it is. Good. Alright. Alright. We solved the puzzle of the century here. Didn't need to take those off, but you know. I think we're good on this side. Okay. I believe that's all the parts. Okay, we should be done. Alright, we will do one more job and then I'm going to call it a night. Filters need timing needs replacing. Find and fix all engine problems. List provided. See, a lot of these lists is provided, but sometimes they don't actually provide the list. I guess I can do one with the timing. Since we did timing on the one in the in my garage. Guess we could do that. Because I don't know what these engine problems are. looks like we have belt tensioner, which that's not timing though. Neither is water pump. Wait. Oh, I guess it counts the timing in the belt tensioners. Oh, interesting. See, this timing cover actually has bolts. And you have to take the belt off before you can take the cam gears off. Which we don't actually need to take the cam gears off because we're just replacing the belt, I think. Yeah, timing belt, okay. Yeah, so we didn't actually have to take that off. An air filter, fuel filter, oil filter. Okay. Yeah, that should be. I say air filter. Yeah. Okay, so we need a fuel filter, timing belt. Why do you do that? Okay, need to close out of this. Go back to the regular car parts store. Air filter. I thought it was right next to the air filter. What happened? Oh, wait a minute. And timing belt. That's a V8. I think it's probably that one there. It was water pump. Belt tensioner. Must have passed the water pump. Well, that's the i4. I thought it looked different. No, that's power steering. That's V8. Oh, okay, there it is. Not really sure what I'm going to be playing next weekend. I don't know yet. Might go back to the long dark, I don't know. Just whatever I feel like playing, I guess. Kind of what I've been doing here lately. Just kind of wanted to play games that I haven't played before, and or haven't played for a while. But I mean, it kind of depends on the person, really. You know, some people might find this satisfying, and some might find it boring. I tend to find it kind of satisfying. Believe me, I would rather work on these cars than I would my own car. Working on my own car is more difficult. This game makes it look easy, and I know it's not that easy. Alright, let's see what's left. Oil filter, okay, so we gotta get that underneath the car. Oh, maybe I should check the oil first. Of course, I mean, it shouldn't matter anyway. Because they didn't say to replace the oil. Yeah, oil looks fine. Like I said, I do find it kind of weird, though. That they have you replace the oil filter without the oil. But, whatever. Doesn't make sense, but... Alright, so that's where I'm going to leave it, folks. Like I said, I don't know exactly what I'm going to... Don't know what I'm going to be playing next weekend, but... Just like I said, just whatever I feel like playing, I guess. But anyway, thank you all for coming out and watching. Take care, God bless, and hope to see you next week in the next stream. If I'm streaming next week. I probably will be, though. But yeah, thank you all for coming out and watching. Take care, God bless, and hope to see you in the next stream.